Hi friends. Today I want to try something a little different. This is a Chinese stir-fried rice. And I'm going to sort of shorten this by preparing the vegetables ahead of time, which I've already done, but I will give you the full recipe online. The idea is just to know how to put it together. So these are just a few of the ingredients you're going to need. Soy sauce. You definitely want some of the sesame oil, a little bit of oyster sauce. If you're vegetarian, you can skip this. It's just an added extra flavor, but you don't need it. Ginger, and then the vegetables, which I've already prepared: cabbage, carrots, chopped scallions, mushrooms, onions. That's going to be the base of your stir fried. This is a very different way to do a stir fry, but I found it to be a very easy way to do it. So I've prepared that ahead of time. And now we're just going to put it together with the rice. The rice, of course, you've pre-cooked. I'm using a short grain brown rice because that's my favorite. You can use any kind of rice you like. Just make sure your rice is done ahead of time. Let's begin. First, you're going to take the pan and you're going to melt your butter. Get your butter all melted, which I've already done ahead of time. And I'm going to get it nice and warm. And you're going to take 2 eggs and mix them up a little bit, and you're just going to kind of scramble these eggs. So I'll turn the heat up a little bit, because all we want to do is scramble the eggs, and then we're going to get that up there. Yeah, scramble them. I mean, you guys know how to scramble an egg. Put some butter in, and we found that you can use an oil. If you want to use a regular vegetable oil or a canola oil, that's perfectly fine. I just found through a little bit of research and taste testing that butter just really makes this very special. So I like to use butter when I make my stir fries. So here we go. We're gonna scramble these eggs up. They're almost ready. You know, just keep going around, and just so they don't stick, let them cook a little bit. I'm using a rubber scraper because it gets the edges. There you go. Nothing like a good scrambled egg. Now the egg is used as a bit of a binding when we put the whole mess of rice together. You don't have to actually use the egg if you don't want, but it's traditionally used in every stir fry. So we're using it in this one. Okay, those look pretty good. I think they're nice and dry. So I'm going to put them aside. Over here, I'm going to take the eggs out. All right. Just put them in a pan because you're going to add them back to your stir fry in a few minutes. Now to this pan, still on a pretty intense heat there, I'm going to add a little bit more butter. That's about 1.5 tablespoons to 2 tablespoons. And you want to melt that down a little bit. And that's just going to keep the rice from sticking. I have plenty of oil in the vegetable base that I've already made, but you need to keep the rice from sticking to your pan, and just add a little bit of extra flavor too. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to get my rice. Oh gosh, this is probably about 3 cups of cooked rice. Let's get this in here. I'm going to add just enough to sort of cover the bottom of the pan, just to make it easy and make it go a little bit quicker here. I don't necessarily need to use all of this. You want to get the rice kind of coated with that butter and get it warming up, because obviously you've pre-cooked this rice and it's cooled down. I had mine in the fridge. I made a double batch the other night. So here we are. The rice is warming up, getting coated. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to add my vegetables, which I have pre-prepared. Like I said, this is a very different way of making stir-fried rice. Some people just stir all the vegetables and then throw the rice in. I stir-fried all the vegetables earlier and put them away, and now I'm going to add them with all the seasonings and the juices in them. And I kind of made a lot, so I don't think I'm going to use all of that. So now I'm going to toss this in here. And as I said, this is a bunch of vegetables. All the things that we love. Peppers and carrots, and cabbage, with a little bit of sesame oil, a really important ingredient in the stir fry. I'm going to cut up my egg and add that back in. Get that stir fried right back in there. That gives us a little extra protein too, because there are no beans or anything in this. This is kind of, I think the egg really does provide a nice protein, so I would definitely include that. And if you like meat, add your cooked chicken or your shrimp or whatever you desire. You can add another kind of protein. And this basically is our very simplified version of a fried rice. To this though, really quickly, I'm just going to add a little bit of extra soy to give it a little bit of a zing. And you can hear it sizzling right now. Oh, yum. That looks great. All right, let's give it a little bit of a taste. I think it's plenty hot. I'm going to grab a clean bowl. And just give it a little taste test right now. Let me turn off my stove and grab a spoon or fork. And we'll see what we think of this. You might want a little extra sesame oil, but oh man, it's delicious. Wow, you can really taste the ginger. I think that's one of the most important things. Also, that toasted sesame oil just gives it a real boost. I like the little bit of addition of our soy, and you can add more, you know, that you can serve on the side. But that is my simplified version of a Chinese fried rice. So have at it, and you'll read the recipe online. You'll get all the ingredients and how to prepare the vegetables ahead of time. Quick dinner for the family, delicious, nutritious. See you Thursday.